Hello everyone. Every year on the World Environment Day, we speak about climate change as if it's a distant crisis. But the reality is far closer to home. The air we breathe, the plastic we throw away, the electricity we waste, the water we consume. These are not isolated habits. These are building blocks of India's environmental future. And today, that future is sending us a warning, globally and nationally. The cleanest nations in the world score above 70 on the Environmental Performance Index. India ranks 176th out of the 180 countries. In air quality, India ranks 177. That is not just a statistic, it's a wake-up call. Don't snooze it. Because despite policy efforts and climate conditions, Indian cities will struggle with polluted air, rising heat, growing wastes on natural resources. And now, the warning signs are becoming impossible to ignore. This year, all 50 of the hottest cities in the world are in India. Cities across multiple states crossed dangerous temperature levels, with Balangir recording nearly 45 degrees Celsius as severe heat wave alerts spread across the country. Climate change is no longer a future threat. It is already shaping how India lives, works, breathes, and survives. Out of 229 monitored Indian cities, 190 still exceed safe PM2 air quality standards. Plastic waste continues to rise globally, with 225 million tons of plastic waste generated in 2025 alone. And nearly 72 million tons are now mismanaged, polluting our land, water, and the entire ecosystem. And the truth is uncomfortable. Packaging accounts for nearly one-third of global plastic waste. The convenience we hereby think about has become one of the biggest environmental threats that we face today. Plastic overshoot day has already passed, meaning humanity is now generating more plastic waste than the planet can effectively manage at this given time. Yet even with this crisis, India represents both the challenge and the possibility. India ranks 10th globally on the Climate Change Performance Index. Our renewable energy capacity continues to rise at record speed. India added nearly 30 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity in just 1 year, including 24 gigawatts from solar alone. Solar rooftops, wind projects, energy efficient campuses, and cleaner industrial systems are expanding across the country. But the transition is still incomplete. For every renewable project added, dependence on fossil fuels continues to remain high. For every clean energy target announced, implementation still depends on millions of everyday actions. And that is why small steps matter more than ever before. One household reducing electricity consumption by even a small percentage may not seem transformational, but across 300 plus million Indian households, it becomes transformational. One repaired water leak may look insignificant, but multiplied across cities facing water crisis, it becomes a national movement. Simple water saving habits can reduce household water consumption by up to 30%. Refusing one plastic bottle may feel like a minor act, but offices, campuses, and communities, if they adapt to this, it can fundamentally reduce waste generation. Small actions scale only when they create system level change. Across India, we are already seeing examples of transformation. Cities like Bengaluru are launching plantation drives of nearly 1.5 million native trees to combat urban heat and pollution. Corporations are adopting solar energy, rainwater harvesting, and circular waste management systems. Schools and institutions and campuses are moving towards plastic-free campuses and zero waste practices. These are not symbolic gestures by nature, at least I would want to believe it. They are becoming operational necessities. And this is where corporate social responsibility becomes critically important. Since 2014, India's CSR spending has crossed 2.2 lakh crore. And over 6,300 crore has already gone into environmental and sustainability initiatives. But significant gaps still remain. We continue to build schools while ignoring the polluted air children breathe. We strengthen healthcare systems while overlooking the environmental conditions making communities sick in the first place. And many environmental CSR initiatives still lack measurable outcome tracking. How much carbon was reduced? How much plastic was diverted, how much water was saved, how much air quality improved. That gap is where the next generation of CSR leadership must emerge from. At Fiinovation, we believe sustainability cannot remain limited to awareness campaigns alone. It must become measurable, scalable, and community driven. Because one rooftop solar project, one water conservation initiative, one plastic free campus, or one clean energy upgrade in a factory can become the blueprint for transformation across the entire ecosystem. And if businesses, communities, and citizens align, the outcome can be enormous. Cleaner air in our cities, reduced plastic waste in our communities, lower emissions from homes and industries, better water security, and ultimately a stronger environmental future for India. India has already committed to the net zero by 2070 and 500 gigawatts of non-fossil renewable energy by 2030. But those promises will not succeed through practices alone. They will succeed through everyday participation. This World Environment Day, the real question is on us, whether change is possible. The question is whether we are willing to recognize the power of small actions before the cost of inaction becomes irreversible. Because every national movement begins with the same way, one step taken by millions.